it's me again. I have a serious question for you. Have you ever felt like you're being followed? You're walking down the street and you can feel someone looking at your back? Or you think someone is going through your stuff? You feel like someone is compiling a dossier on you? It's weird, but I constantly feel like I'm being held at gunpoint. Maybe I'm going crazy. But listen, for example, yesterday I woke up and as usual went to the toilet. I shut the door to my room, and when I was in the toilet, I clearly heard it open. I quickly ran out and saw that the door to my room was ajar. I snapped it open, and there was no one in the room. But my school backpack, it was not under the table where I left it. It was on the chair, and it was open. And I clearly remember that I put it under the table closed. At first, I thought it was my brother, but he was sleeping at the time, and why would he do that? So I decided I was imagining things. But here's what happened next. Gosh, this is so disturbing. One day I come home from school earlier than usual, and I come into the house and I go into the kitchen not suspecting anything. And in the kitchen, I see a note on the table, and the note says, "Find out her size." And a red check mark against it. What does that even mean? Whose size? The size of what? And most importantly, who needs to know the size? And the worst thing is that they already know the size. That's why they put the big red check mark there. What do you say? Maybe I'm paranoid. But listen to what happened next. On the same evening, my friends invited me to go to the mall. Graduation is coming, and I needed to find a fancy outfit. I went up to my room to grab my favorite sweater, but it wasn't there. I found the sweater later in the laundry basket, but it was clean. Why put it to be washed? Who took my sweater, checked the size, and who was going through my backpack? I thought maybe my mom accidentally took the sweater, but what about that note? Later on at the mall, I also felt someone's eyes watching me all the time. When I told my friends about my observations and we came up with a plan, we decided to pretend that we were splitting up to go in different directions. I would stay at the mall and my friends would go outside, and then they would watch me and whoever is following me. Then we did just that. I wandered around the mall for half an hour by myself, and my friends had to find out who was following me, but they didn't call or text. I got tired of waiting and called them myself. "Hey, where are you guys? Did you find out who it was?" We had to leave immediately. Sorry, I wanted to call you." What the hell? I was wandering around the mall alone for almost an hour and they just left me and didn't call? Honestly, it wasn't like them. I think this someone might be threatening them. I was sure that my friends were in danger. I called them again and again, but they didn't pick up the phone, and then I got this message. "Sorry, I can't speak. Please text." What does that even mean? I freaked out and went home, confused and scared. By the way, we didn't buy the prom dress that night. Now listen to what happened next. When I got home, I was furious. I went into my room, locked the door, and sat there until I heard someone trying to open the door very quietly. I was so pissed that I wasn't even scared. This someone turned the doorknob and tried to open the lock. I hid behind the door, and at that moment it opened, slowly and quietly. I literally froze. So I'm standing behind the door and almost not breathing. And I look, and I see my younger brother coming into my room very quietly. He closes the door, and I'm standing behind it. He yells and tries to run, but I grab his hand. "You stop right now. What are you doing in here? Answer me." My brother broke free and ran downstairs, and I followed him. He flew down the stairs and into the garden, but I followed him and seized the little spy. And do you know what I found out? Turns out that my brother is spying on me and making good money off of it. A guy from a parallel class at my school gives him $10 for reporting where I am and what I like. Dang, it's so romantic. My brother also spilled that this guy asked for my size and what color I like. Long story short, after these words, I wasn't angry with my brother and my friends anymore. It turned out that they quickly tracked him down at the mall, and he persuaded them not to tell me because this guy was preparing something for me. I don't know what, but I'm sure it's something very romantic. So now I'll take a little break, and you can also go have a bite or something. To be continued. Look for the story of my brother following me, Part 2.